Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a beautiful sunny Munich. But before I forget, happy birthday, Camille, as today is a celebration. We're going to be going on a fun little hike between two of our favorite places, Tegernsee and Schliersee. But instead of just stopping by them like we might usually, check out my other videos if you want to see how that works. But no, instead, we're going to be recontextualizing the whole event by instead walking over the mountains between the two famous lakes. It should be an absolute ton of fun, but for now, I need to get to the train station. All right, logistics time. For this trip, we're gonna be starting off our journey at the Munich Hauptbahnhof. Yeah, that's right, we're back on the trains, specifically the BRB train to Tegernsee. Now be careful when you get on this one, as you need to make sure you board the correct section, as along the way, the carriages are gonna split and head out to other towns, and we wanna go all the way to the end of the line, as we'll disembark at the station of Tegernsee, situated on the lake of Tegernsee. From here, we're actually just gonna skip right through the town and follow along a scenic Wanderweg beside the lake, at which point we'll turn mountainwards, heading up into the hills until 13 kilometers later, we descend down into the town of Schliersee. Lastly, when it's all said and done, we're going to be taking the train back to Munich from Schliersee, completing the day trip. We'll even be using the same buy-in ticket to get there and back. But really, the magic of this trip lies entirely within those 13 kilometers of amazing mountains and mysterious forests. So let's arrive and get going. All right, everybody, so we've made it to Tegernsee, and it was an absolutely wonderful train ride. How glad I am to be back on the train after so many videos in the car. And it looks like we've been gifted a wonderful day for hiking, so I'm honestly really pumped. Now, if you want to know more about Tegernsee, the town, well, we're not going to be seeing that today. We've got a long day of hiking after all. So if you want to know more about it, go ahead and check out my Tegernsee video where I do a full review of this lake.
But we can't come all the way to Tegernsee without showing you a little bit. So here are some highlights from a previous video where we gave the town a proper deep dive, one that it deserves. We hiked to an amazing alm with great food and a great view, enjoyed cake by the lake, drank every Bavarian's second favorite beer, Tegernsee Bräu, and went for a quick dip. It was one of my favorite day trip videos from last year, so if you haven't seen it, our full Tegernsee video is linked below. You should watch it next, after you finish this video, of course. Now, back to Ben.
There's no more need to wait around, so let's get through the town and to the trailhead.
I mean, you're in the shot. No, well then we can't use it.
All right, so making it onto the trail only took a few minutes from Tegernsee, the town, and though it is a shame that we're not stopping there, I'm incredibly happy to be out in the woods. I mean, first warm hike of the year and spirits are high. It's pretty fantastic. Hopefully it stays this way. Also, as a weird side note about the trail, it must be super popular with families because dotted all around are these little kid activity stations. Never have I learned so much about trees in Germany. Can you believe that's the view you get after, what, 30 minutes of walking? You could end your day here and, well, if the brewery's open, go get a beer, but that's not for us today, because instead, we're leaving the lake as we head across the mountains over to another one. Okay, apologies for, not having that much footage over this last section, but if you check out the elevation map on screen, that part was pretty steep and I'm pretty tired. But for now, I think we're only half a mile away from the Alm. It'll probably be close today, but maybe it'll be a great place for a picnic. I am incredibly glad to see that the Alm is finally open. It's a really integral part of the German hiking culture is to get a beer and have a good view, and we haven't been able to do that in quite some time, so tell you what, I'm pretty happy about that. But for now though, I hope you don't mind if I put you down for a minute, because I'm going to enjoy a well-deserved lunch before we get back on the trail. Alright, so after a pretty long pit stop, it's finally time to get back on the trail. If it was a normal day at Tegernsee, I'd probably say we just turn around, go down to the town and have a beer or maybe even a swim. But today we're through hiking, and thanks to the fact that that guest house was open, we're perhaps a little late and off schedule. So we're gonna need to make up some time, otherwise we're gonna be getting to Schliersee in the dark. All right, now gather around everybody, because while I was having lunch, you might have noticed an epic church that sadly we're not visiting today, but I looked up online the story of why on earth they put that thing there, and it's wild. So check this out. So as legend has it, a Bavarian hunter was up by those cliffs, scoping out his next kill, when a bear came up behind him and pushed him right off the cliff. This guy was apparently incredibly badass, because he 180 MLG no-scoped the bear right off the cliff, who somehow fell much faster than the Bavarian and landed on the ground before him, so that the Bavarian may land safely right on his belly, bounce off, no damage. And to thank the Lord for, I guess, how badass he was, he built a church at the top of that cliff to commemorate the Lord, and also how badass he was.
Yeah, so I've been so excited for this hike all week because we've done Tegernsee and we've done Schliersee before, but I was so excited to sort of do a Camino-esque, if you've watched those videos, like and subscribe, a Camino-esque sort of video where we, hike from one town to the other across the mountains like dwarves. So I've been like really pumped for this all week.
Yeah, it's just a really cool way to kind of recontextualize these two places that I really love going to. I mean, if you know me, you know I don't really love to repeat myself. We've been to Schliersee, we've been to Tegernsee, but I really want to go back. I just need to do something different.
Yeah.
And so kind of mixing in a Camino hike, what a wonderful way to spend her birthday. And so just like that, we're back in civilization. Not a bad hike, if I do say so myself. Lots of fun. But now we've officially made it to our destination, Schliersee. So I think it's about time we end the day with a good trip down to the waterfront. What do you say?
Yeah.
Schliersee has the most chill waterfronts of any Bavarian lake, and it was a wonderful end to my birthday, just relaxing on its shore. It was just as wonderful as I remember from last year, where we hiked with friends to Hohenfreiberg, sipped some Bavarian whiskey, and naturally ended the day just like today at Schliersee's shore. So, if you'd like another deep dive, of course once you finish this video and the Tegernsee video, maybe check out our full Schliersee video as well. In fact, in the comments below, maybe you can help Ben and I settle an argument as well. We can never agree on which lake is better. Ben is Team Tegernsee all the way, but I myself can't help but love Schliersee. We spent this whole video debating, and we still haven't come to a conclusion. In all, I had a great birthday. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for foreigners visiting for the first time. It's much better for locals and those looking for more unique experiences. It really is a great way of seeing both towns. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. But as usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video, no matter where that may be. Bye!